Ripple just won a huge case against the SEC. This could be the turning point that XRP holders have been waiting for. After a long legal fight that kept Ripple in a state of uncertainty, the courts finally ruled in their favor. This huge win not only clears the cloud of doubt over XRP, but it also makes way for a huge opportunity: rise in price. Now, experts say that the price of XRP could go through a huge jump, with some saying it could reach as high as $280.79 per coin. Why is this such a big deal? Well, XRP's price was held back for months because of legal problems with the SEC. Few investors knew what would happen in the future, and a lot of them thought Ripple might lose the case, which could have long-term problems for the coin were fixed with this victory. Ripple's legal victory makes it clear that XRP is here to stay, and the market is now more confident in its future. As the news spreads, more and more people are starting to pay attention to XRP, which could lead to a huge rise, and if there is more demand than supply, prices tend to go up. In the case of XRP, the price could go up a lot, so if you've been holding on to it or are thinking about investing, now might be the best time to do it. The court ruling is just the beginning, and the future looks brighter than ever for XRP and its investors. Get ready, because a $280.79 price tag could be. It may not be as hard as you think to fully understand why this win over the SEC is so important for Ripple and XRP. As we look back at the last few years, we can see that the lawsuit between Ripple and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has been one of the most talked about in the Bitcoin world. It all began in December 2020. The SEC sued Ripple, saying that the company had sold XRP without a registered securities offering. This caused a lot of uncertainty in the market, which caused XRP's value to drop a lot as investors feared the worst. For a while it looked like XRP's future was in danger, but Ripple fought back, saying that XRP had a bright future. During the formal process, it should be called a digital currency like Bitcoin or Ethereum instead of a security. Ripple insisted that it was following the law, and the company kept pushing for a fair decision. As the case went on, XRP's price stayed unstable, and many people in the community were afraid that the worst thing that could happen was that Ripple would be having to pay huge fines, or even worse, having XRP taken off of US exchanges. But now that the court ruled in Ripple's favor, everything has changed. This victory is a big one, not just for Ripple but for all cryptocurrencies, because it sets an important legal precedent for how digital assets like XRP should be handled. The victory is so important because it means Ripple can keep growing without worrying about a bad ruling. This not only backs up Ripple's operations, but it also gives investors confidence that XRP is safe going forward, which is why XRP's price is expected to go through the roof now that Ripple has won the case, a case against the SEC. Now the big question is, what does this mean for the price of XRP? Victory is expected to cause a huge increase in demand for XRP, and many experts think this could cause the price to skyrocket. Some have even said that XRP could skyrocket to $280.79 per coin. So why is this price increase expected? The main reason is that the cloud of doubt that had been over XRP for months is now gone. Due to the ongoing legal battle, investors were hesitant to buy or hold XRP. There was a lot of fear and doubt about what would happen if Ripple lost the case. However, now that the court ruled in Ripple's favor, confidence in the future of XRP is at an all-time high. When confidence rises, demand usually rises as well. As a result, more investors and traders will want to buy XRP. And when demand goes up and supply stays the same, the price tends to rise. XRP's market cap is already big, but with a strong legal foundation and more people using Ripple's technology, the coin could easily see a sharp price rise. This is also helped by the fact that Ripple has been setting itself up as a star in the cryptocurrency space, especially with its partnerships with banks and other financial institutions around the world. Since Ripple beat the SEC, a big problem is no longer in the way of XRP's use in the financial sector. More companies will start using XRP for cross-border payments, and the wider crypto market will continue to mature. More people will want to buy XRP, which will drive up its price. The $280.79 prediction may seem high, but it's not completely impossible. If Ripple continues to grow its influence and more people use XRP, the coin's value could go up by a lot. Once wary of XRP because of the legal fight, investors now see it as a chance to make a lot of money. Huge gains. This win could be the start of a new era for XRP, one in which the price keeps going up as more people see how valuable it is and buy it. Those who already own XRP or are thinking about buying in it should remember this. With the uncertainty from the case behind us gone, this judicial victory could be a golden chance. XRP's price could go up a lot in the short term, as investors rush in to cash in on this new wave of optimism. If you've been holding on to XRP through the ups and downs of the lawsuit, this could be the moment you've been waiting for. Now that there is more legal clarity around Ripple's operations, XRP could see a sharp rise in price. As more people believe in the coin's future, demand will rise. Many investors who were hesitant before may now see XRP as a good investment, driving up its price as they rush to buy in. But the long-term effects could be even more important than the short-term gains. Since Ripple won this case, XRP may become more widely accepted and used in the crypto world and in traditional financial institutions as well. Ripple has already teamed up with big banks and financial services firms around the world. Now that the legal uncertainty is over, these partnerships are likely to grow. This could lead to more uses for XRP, especially in cross-border payments, making it an even more important part of the global financial system. The more people use XRP, the more valuable it becomes. This is why many analysts think its price could go up even more in the coming months and years. However, it's important to remember the risks that come with investing in any cryptocurrency. Even though the price is expected to go up, the market is still very unstable. In the short run, XRP's price could change, so it's important to be careful and make smart choices. So if you have XRP or are thinking about getting some, now could be a very important time in its past. Victory could lead to a price explosion, and the future of XRP looks better than ever for investors. The key is to keep up with the latest news and events as Ripple continues to grow, and what part XRP plays in the as we look to the future of XRP, the world grows. It's clear that beating the SEC could be the start of something much bigger. Ripple's court victory not only gets rid of a big problem, but it also makes things clearer on the legal front, which could help the coin grow in new ways. Ripple is now in a much better situation to grow its deals and examples of how to use because of the money. As more people around the world use blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies, XRP could become an important part of the global financial system. Ripple has always worked to make international transfers faster and cheaper.